Ladies and gentlemen, my name is BurningDogFace, and I stand in the light, even when those around me choose not to. And it is my pleasure to welcome you to Let's Play Alan Wake's American Nightmare. Pleasure. Huh, said that kind of funny. Whatever. Okay, I've been looking forward to this one. American Nightmare is the sequel to a 2010 action horror game called Alan Wake, which I have previously done a Let's Play series of. Normally when I, do a series on a game that is a sequel to another game I have done, it's only come up a few times though, I try to summarize the original one in the opening episode. But I'm not going to try that here because the plotline of Alan Wake was, frankly, the thing I loved the most about it. It was really well written. And one, I don't know if I could do it any justice by summarizing it unless I took forever to do it. And, two, well, it's really one of those things you should experience for yourself. I'm not telling you to go out and buy the game, and I'm not just, pimping out my own channel. Although, for the record, I will put an annotation to the first episode of Let's Play Alan Wake right here. But, I am going to be kind of assuming that anyone watching this video from this point on has either played Alan Wake or watched someone do a playthrough, that kind of thing. Anyway, this might sound kind of familiar, but the devs have gone out of their way to say that this is not Alan Wake 2. This is not the full sequel to Alan Wake. This is, well, to be a bit blunt about it, this isn't what they said, but this is probably just designed to, make sure people are still interested in this franchise. This was a downloadable title, unlike the original one, it was just a full, retail release. American Nightmare was available from the get-go on Xbox Live Arcade. I mean, it still is there. I don't know why I said it in the past tense, but whatever. Towards the end of Alan Wake, we were introduced to a guy named Mr. Scratch, who looks exactly like Alan, and who, it was not so subtly implied, is a bit more sinister than the original. So we are going to be... So the plotline of this game, I'm not sure how it plays into Alan trying to get back from the dark place. But from what I understand, the plotline of this game involves Alan physically going to the town of Night Springs, the fictional city from the TV show of the same name. It was basically the Twilight Zone. You could find episodes of it on TVs in the original game, remember? And, it was just, all the shows are set in a small town where all these horrible supernatural things are happening. Kind of a joke in the fact that exactly the same thing is happening in the small town the main game took place in, Bright Falls. It also transpired that Alan used to be a writer for the show. That's how he got his break before he moved on to being a novelist. But now Alan finds himself there for real, and in addition to once again fighting the Taken, he's apparently there to try and put a stop to some evil scheme that Mr. Scratch is running. I don't know. I have deliberately learned very little about this game. Remembering this from, the initial announcement on GiantBomb.com. Now, in interest of full disclosure, I did start a game a couple of weeks ago to get a frame rate test done, but I skipped the opening cutscene and stayed in the opening area. I wanted to spoil as little as humanly possible for myself. Since I'm, as a downloadable game, I'm basically expecting this game to be somewhere between a quarter and a third of the length of the original Alan Wake. Hello, hello. Is this working? Sorry, I accidentally switched my mic off there. Oh man, it would be really embarrassing if there was no voiceover dialogue the rest of the video. I should check that. All is well. Okay, great. Oh man, totally lost my train of thought there. Well then, while I try to get it back, I'll mention that this arcade mode has been added. I'm pretty sure it's still single player, but it's basically the Alan Wake play on Horde mode from Gears of War, or Firefight from Halo. You know, you versus wave after wave of computer-controlled enemies. So that's fun. Well, I'm sure if there's anything else that's important, I will remember it during the playthrough and do my best to get it through to you. If you've never seen one of my series before, I'm going to play through Alan Wake's American Nightmare, mostly, 99% sight unseen, except for the first area. So you're going to be getting my genuine thoughts and reactions to things that happen, as well as potentially watching me run around like an idiot trying to figure out a puzzle that you guys saw the answer to 10 minutes ago. Fun! So, without any further ado, let's play Alan Wake's American Nightmare. Hey! Guess he made good on that.
Becomes hopelessly blurred, and nowhere as vividly as in Night Springs. The man before you is a champion of light. He is part of a conflict between darkness and light that is both ancient and eternal. He is chasing a dangerous quarry, the Herald of Darkness. His evil doppelganger, known only as Mr. Scratch.
Maybe. But what are you gonna do then? By then, I'll have had my hands on everything you love.
The man has been brutally spat out from the darkness that surrounds the shores of our reality. He has come to fight a decisive battle in Night Springs.
Okay, so that guy is the narrator now. Okay then. So no comment at all on how Alan got here, or why he's dressed like a handyman. I would have thought the belt buckle was more Texas than Arizona, but what the hell do I know? Oh yeah, this feels familiar. And this also feels familiar. The emphasis is important. They give you a flashlight before a gun, because light is the more powerful weapon than bullets. Oh yeah, just like old times. Can you still sort of... Yes, you can half pull in the trigger to aim, like, if you get a nice close-up aim without boosting the beam. Whoa. Huh. batteries recharge a hell of a lot faster. And I've just realized that's the cabin that Alan and Alice were staying in, and that caused all of the mayhem in the first place. So that's extremely confusing. My ancient enemy. I should have known you were involved. Oh. Well, yeah, there you go. At least you missed that. Oh, shit. Good thing I don't need more than a flashlight to beat you, MFers. Oh. Well then, I'll just, yeah, I thought that's what it was. I wasn't really paying attention while I was doing the frame rate test, but, this isn't right. In the original game, any flashlight beam burns away the darkness, but the boosted ones do it a lot faster. Like a hell of a lot faster. I mean, okay, there were some really strong Taken who were immune to non-boosted light, and even some who regenerated darkness when you weren't pointing the flashlight at them at all, but this is new for a barricade. At least it still works. I automatically get into the old control scheme. Click the button to switch shoulders. Oh! The furniture must have fallen out of the house. They must have ridden the cabin all the way into this TV show. Because that totally makes sense. Hello? Oh dear. It's a lot easier to make his details out than it was in the last game.
Like that again, huh?
I kinda liked it when they were so blurry you couldn't make out any human details until you burned the shadow off. Oh! I don't remember how to dodge. That wasn't it. Oh, that's better. Kinda. Looking up in the corner, I would guess I have segmented regenerating health. So I'm pretty sure it wasn't a horizontal bar before. Not gonna bash changes just for the sake of changes. I mean, that's probably a lot easier to see at a glance than the curved one that loops around my radar.
In another life, the man was a writer. He still practices that art, forging weapons of war out of ideas. But the violent currents that brought him here have scattered the pages he has written.
Okay. I don't remember there being a frickin' rocking horse in that one. In the cabin, I mean. I was expecting that to mean there was a manuscript page lying on the ground. Those are back. Apparently. But, I don't see any. Oh! That's right. I guess they keep those. I found one during the frame rate test. I just assumed they'd put it back to the new game. Sorry, guys.
My name is Alan Wake, and I'm a writer. I didn't become one overnight. Like most writers, I struggled with it. A short story here, an article there. Then I got lucky and spent a year as a staff writer on the Night Springs TV show. It wasn't a great American novel of my fantasies, but it taught me discipline and craft, and the difference between wanting to be a writer and actually writing.
At least he still reads those. By the way, that reminds me, wanted to mention that, I don't think those actually explode. And this one's not even sealed. But yeah, I wanted to mention that, the dude in the opening cutscene is a Finnish actor whose name not only escapes me, I probably couldn't pronounce it correctly anyway. I'll just put it in an annotation up there in the corner. And, yes, he's a Finnish actor, the dude that Remedy physically modeled Alan Wake after, but the lack of the strong Finnish accent indicates that they got someone else to do the voiceover. Which I know they got someone else to do the voiceover.
The lights of the motel promise safety. The man senses that the solution to his predicament begins there.
And we have here officially come to the end of the spots I saw at the, in the frame rate test. Am I going that way? It's always a good idea to run the wrong way on purpose. It's the best way to find things. Screw it, we'll go to the right. Since I can't tell where to go. There's a diner along the way here.
Somewhere within the Earth, space itself has been pierced, and from dark depths runs a steady flow of monsters. The man recognizes the hand of his evil double in this. He knows he must put an end to this madness.
That's really, really bad. Okay, we are oh good. That'd be awesome if I could see any. And we are running. Oh, goodies. Alright, it's a bit more effective than I remember the pump shotgun being. You'll recall that was kind of a piece of crap last. Oh god. That's many. There are many taken. Oh. Crap. It's supposed to stay on. Oh, cool.
Hello?
That's where I'm supposed to go. Let's keep looking around for pages. I don't know if they ever got an area this big to wander around in. Crows. Hello? Pages! I don't want to go too far because I know for a fact they will show up again if I do. It's just what happens. Actually, that's right. When we were at the gas station, we had a big area to wander around in. Oh god. Let's try the gas station. It's not begging for trouble. An awkward run. Ah, that's right. Hello. Oh, yes. The flare gun is basically a rocket launcher. It can't hurt Alan, but, it just instantly destroys any taken in the area around it. Which reminds me, there was a a feature I never got to see in the original. Ah, page.
I know that when I arrive, the clarity of vision I have now may disappear. I've made my plans. I've prepared for this. But I know the transition from the dark place will be hard on me. And not just physically. It may affect my mind, my memory.
Oh, okay.
These pages should help me remember and focus. That's worked for me before. Even if that fails, I think I will be able to trust my instincts. I'm navigating my own story. I'm hoping I'll know where to go and what to do, even if the details elude me.
Remedy is probably best known for being the dudes who created the Max Payne series. They did the first 2 games. You know, the ones that was all about jumpy, slow-motion action. And it seems that they actually did put some of that into Alan Wake, but I just never saw it. Oh god, I've been playing too much Dead Island. I was expecting to just open that and find some, rubber hose or something. It seems if you fire a flare directly into a Taken, it will do the slow-motion bullet cam thing and show the flare flying through the air until it hits that Taken and blows him to bits. But in the entire time I was playing the game, I never did that. I always aimed at the ground in the middle of a bunch of Taken when I used the flare gun. I can obviously use this. I just wanted to finish that thought before I pushed the button.
Oh, hell. This isn't gonna be good. Is this on? How can you tell? I'm sorry, I'm not very good with gadgets. That's more like it. I'll be right with you. I just gotta do this one thing. I like it quiet. I bet you're wondering why this is happening. Why am I doing all this? Why am I so hell-bent on ruining your life? You're cramping my style. You've got money, fame, everything you could want. But you don't know what to do with it. I do. I'm getting all the things you never had the balls to go for. Having more fun, too. Do you know the real difference between us? I'm not afraid to be the center of attention. This poor slob's just collateral damage, really. I mean, made some information out of him earlier. But this part? This is just for kicks. So quiet.
Well, that's not good. Oh, jeez. The guy who replaced Alan in the real world has become a murderer. That's gonna be a problem if we ever find our way back. Okay, I forgot to turn on the timer until I actually started playing, so I'm just going to call it here. On that note, I'm BurningDogFace, and this has been the first episode of Let's Play Alan Wake's American Nightmare. I'll see you next time, when we finally go to that big shiny star. Stay in the light. Feels good to say that.